This is Roosevelt's beloved Sagamore Hill. Sagamore Hill is not open today, but the grounds are open. And so we're just approaching it. It's an absolutely beautiful day here at Oyster Bay on Long Island. Conceived in 1883, built in 1884 and 1885 while he was still on his adventures out in the Badlands of Dakota Territory. Yesterday I started my great 11,500 mile Travels with Charlie journey at Sag Harbor, John Steinbeck's home out at the edge of Long Island. But I couldn't come this far without paying homage to Theodore Roosevelt and Sagamore Hill. He said he used to come at the end of a long day working with his hired men, and they would all sit on the porch and he'd make sure that each one had a book. Then he would read and rock. He said pretty soon they'd both be asleep. And he said, which good American does not love a rocking chair? This is a place of family, it's a place of planting, of nature. Roosevelt loved to row out into the bay with his wife Edith or anyone else that was willing to do it. Roosevelt loved to tinker with things and to do stuff. He was up on top of this windmill fixing one of the vanes when it rotated and sliced a little piece of his forehead off. He was bleeding profusely, went into the house, and Edith, Roosevelt's loving but long-suffering wife, said, "Theodore, I wish you would go do your bleeding in the bathroom. You're spoiling all of the rugs in the house." And so you realize from that story, first of all, the great love and support and joy and humor of the Roosevelt family, but also that Edith understood the man that she had married exceedingly well, and she knew from an early time that the only way to be the wife of Theodore Roosevelt was to let Roosevelt be Roosevelt. And she, of course, loved that side of him, even if it did spoil a few carpets and cause some other strains in her attempt at housekeeping. He was a world historical figure, but he was also a dedicated family man. Family meant everything to him. And so this was his beloved place. And when he was dying in 1919, he died on January 6th, and it was clear that for a couple of months that he was approaching death. He said to Edith, the last thing he said, "I don't think you know how much I love this place, Sagamore Hill." But of all the places in the Roosevelt world, the Badlands of North Dakota, Lower Manhattan and Midtown Manhattan, this was his one true home. And it's almost impossible to imagine Theodore Roosevelt without thinking of Sagamore. Hate to say it, but if you're going to see all of America in 3 months, you've got to keep moving for Listening to America.